This sequel takes everything that worked in the first movie and turns it into a bloody good time. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Buddy. I'm your host Josh Blumenkranz. Today I'm reviewing Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. This is a funny, action-packed horror sequel with a lot of bloody violence and surprisingly good amount of heart. The movie follows the aftermath of the first movie, literally exactly where it left off, as Grace is pulled back into another deadly situation tied to this crazy world, and as things escalate, the stakes get higher and the chaos builds fast. You add her sister in the mix, and this time it's like bigger, it's bloodier, and it's even more unpredictable in some ways. Let's talk about what worked, the performances. Samara Weaving, she is the franchise. She brings the intensity, the humor, and just completely owns this role. Like, I just can't get enough of Samara Weaving. She is killing the game right now. I saw this movie at South by Southwest, and she was good in this and Over Your Dead Body, and man, she just delivers. Love Samara Weaving. And then you got Catherine Newton into the mix. She's a great addition here. She's playing Grace's sister, and she's right into the world. She adds a really good dynamic that's very fresh, and it just really works. You kind of feel like she needs to be saved. These two had a falling out. They're not the close sisters that they once were, so that adds a little tension to the story, a little bit of a drama, but it's very heartfelt. Again, like, you want to see these two kind of bonds kind of come back to the way they were. And it's very fresh, you know, it's not exactly copying what the first movie had to offer. You know, like, these are very rich socialite types who kind of control everything, and they play this game for sport. You know, at the end of the day, they are looking to basically kill these people so that they can get the higher upper in charge position, and that's very fun to see. It's a little bit different than the first movie slightly. I mean, we know that the bodies can explode if they piss the main person off, so there you go. I also really liked Sean Hattie in this film. He gives a very chilling, very layered performance. He's like one of the brothers of the head family of this whole operation, and my god, he was scary at times, and like, he's just killing it right now on The Pit. I love this career resurgence for him. He's a very good actor, very nice guy. It's kind of hard to believe he's playing a role like this, to be honest. He's that good. Sean Hattie, let's go. What really works for me for this movie is the tone, and this movie knows exactly what it is. It's funny, it's violent, and just a really good time. And it takes what worked in the first film and it just amplifies it. There's more blood, the action is bigger, the moments are crazier, and it fully leans into the chaos. And I saw this again at South by Southwest, and my audience was eating it up, cheering nonstop. You gotta see this with like the biggest crowd humanly possible, because this movie just shakes up the earth on rotation. Like, it's that good. What surprised me the most is that this movie, under it all, has a lot of heart. Under all the violence and the comedy, there's still something emotionally grounding about it. It's that whole sister dynamic. Without that, I just don't know if this movie would work. It's something different that the first one didn't have. She has another person that she needs to count on to survive this. They're handcuffed in the beginning, and Grace and Faith, like, they've been through it through most of their lives, and like, they just need to work together to not die during this crazy game. You know, like, the whole cast is crazy. Like, Elijah Wood's in it, Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it, a lot of big names and just kooky characters. But my God, this Catherine Newton and Samara Weaving, they just ground this thing to a T. They really deliver, and I love the sister relationship between those two. The biggest issue that didn't work for me with this film is just it felt not quite as tight as the first film, because it goes bigger. Some moments feel a little over the top, and not everything lands the same way. But what I like about this sequel overall is just it understands the identity. It doesn't try to reinvent anything. It knows what it is. It just doubles down about like what worked in the first film. And there is a twist. I'm not going to say what happens, but that does help this movie kind of thrive into the sequel is worth it for me. Like, you'll see when the twist happens, you'll know. And then it's like, oh, okay. And it all ties into like, what are the rules of this game, which they do go over, and like, it's pretty easy to understand. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, once you understand the rules, you'll be like, okay, I guess I should have saw this coming, but I didn't see it coming, so it took me by surprise. Good job. Overall, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. It's a crazy title. I don't know who came up with that. It's a very fun, bloody, hell of a time, very good thriller. Some would say it's horror. I don't know about that. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this at South by Southwest. You want to see this movie with the biggest crowd possible. And yeah, I think you'll have a very good time with it ultimately. So my overall grade on Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. The first one I think I gave a 7 out of 10. So this is a step up slightly from the first one. But I'm very curious to see if they make a third one in this franchise. Again, Samara Weaving is the franchise. Like, you better keep her. And then keep Catherine Newton too, because I like those two together. I feel like they got one more game in them. We'll see. I don't know how they're going to do that, but nevertheless, I really had a good time with it, and I hope you do too. And let me know in the comments if you have seen Ready or Not 2. Here I come and what your thoughts are about it. And thank you so much for listening. I greatly appreciate your feedback and your support. And remember, when you go to the movies, bring your buddy and talk about movies. Until next time, bye.